Yay!
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, baby. What's up, fam?
How's it going? Thanks for coming, man. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, buddy.
So
thank you to all the panelists.
Yes, this has been amazing. 40, we had a couple questions. One of the reasons we wanted to bring you in, you're the embodiment of vibes, man. And and I think like this Canna gathering or Cannathon that we've hosted, there was a lot of heart, there are a lot of vibes. It's been a challenging year. You've done a lot of entrepreneurship everywhere, in music, in wine, in startups, all that. Do you have any advice to this community on just what we can do as entrepreneurs, anything to lift the spirits up and keep going? You have just so much wisdom to impart. We love to hear it.
I just think we should just continue to make the world go around, because like tech, that make the world go around, just being creative. And we can spend this time, as many of us are, doing, working on our passion projects, stuff like that, just getting real creative. And, right now is a time where we don't know we can kind of guess, roll the dice of where the future is headed. Because it's looking like we know a little bit, but we don't know how long. Like, I'm just tripping off the pandemic, right? Right. So check this out. So I was looking at the Spanish flu, right? It was 1918, between 1918 and 1920. So it's 2 years. Like they said, anywhere between 50 to 100 million people died. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
50 to 100 million. 50 million to 100 million people died. And so it looked like it was for about 2 years. Now, can I share a story with y'all?
Yeah.
Because I like to talk. I'm from the Bay. I love to hear myself talk. Okay. So I was tripping. I was watching this documentary on the History Channel. Did I tell you this already?
No.
I didn't tell you this one, huh?
No, you didn't have. Yeah, go for it.
I'm always watching the History Channel. The History Channel is full of game and knowledge. Things that they know things before it even happened, like they in the future. So, but this right here is a segment in the past. It was about the automobile industry, Henry Ford, all that stuff. You know what I mean? And so it was Ford brought in two brothers, and they was good at making cars. He had made the Model T or whatever, and it was very successful. It was affordable, and it was a very good car. That's how he became one of the richest men in the world at the time. So basically, what he did, he brought these guys in. These dudes were dope. They was ahead of their time as well. Then you got this other guy over at General Motors. I forgot his name, but he had like Cadillac and a whole bunch of other people up under his umbrella. So General Motors had hella car companies that's very known right now to this day up under his umbrella. Okay. Henry Ford liked it to, he liked it to, flamboast, what I call it. I mean, being flamboyant and boast at the same time. So he liked it the limelight. He liked it, cameras on him, all that. These two brothers didn't. When I say brothers, I ain't talking about African-American brothers. I'm talking about really brothers. They were just brothers. And so anyway, I'm gonna make a long story short. These guys ended up making their own shit. But let me tell you this other thing. So this other dude came in over at General Motors, and they wanted him to be, he was like the Jeff Gordon or the, what's the other racer that was very known that passed? Anyway, he was like a racer, like racing cars and whatnot. Very known dude. And so he needed him to come in. The guy from General Motors had this guy come in and say, and be the poster boy, like be the ambassador of his stuff. Guess what this guy's name was? This dude he said, what should I call this car right here? Because he was trying to compete with the Model T. So the dude at General Motors was like, what should I call this car? Why don't you just call it Chrysler? Because the dude's name is Chrysler. The dude that he brought in, right? So then, that's a trip, huh? So then So Chrysler was smart. He was young. He just started observing the game. He eventually took the guy place that was at General Motors because the guy was voted off of his membership. Like he had a board. The board, they voted him off because he was spending too much unnecessary money. He just started being just reckless with it. But he was smart, but he was just fucking up, right? So they got him out. They got him out the way, and Chrysler became like the guy, right? So then there was these two brothers that went and did their own thing. They left Ford, right? Guess what these brothers' names was? The Dodge brothers.
Dodge, got it.
The Dodge brothers. So they made Dodge, the car, Dodge, right? Okay, so then, now, this is the thing. Only reason let me get right back to the common denominator. Because this is why we talking now. We fucking on Zoom instead of being all together, chopping it up, drinking and smoking and shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so,
I know. I missed that.
Me too. You know, I was
We'll do it again. And eating.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
So I say this to say this. Guess who died of the motherfucking Spanish flu? The Dodge brothers, both of them.
Yeah.
They both died. They were buried next to each other and everything. Guess who bought Dodge? Guess who bought Dodge? The young man that was at General Motors by the name of Chrysler.
Chrysler.
That's crazy. I just wanted to say
crazy.
that down. Well, so they were showing stuff where they had pictures of people walking around with masks and everything. It was real pictures from 1918. You feel what I'm saying? And
yeah. Well, it's crazy. You got they were so competitive and entrenched and created their own ecosystem of technology, right? That was like Detroit eras, right? Like Michigan, all that. I mean, what's really fascinating to me on that is all right, we're in California. We're talking about California cannabis. We're talking about California culture. We're talking about how we're building within this pandemic. I see a lot of similarities there. And, as someone that has, pioneered Bay Area culture or Yay Area culture and all that in California, where do you see California cannabis's place and sort of that mimicking sort of the automobile industry or what you're thinking there?
I just really think that cannabis is going to be in, if it ain't already, I know I've seen some CBD cream and some other shit in fucking Whole Foods. You feel what I'm saying?
They got CBD pillowcases now.
That's crazy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't put nothing past it nowadays, man. I think it's just going to be a routine, man. I think we're going to be able to go into CVS, Walgreens, Safeway, pick up a bag, whether it's flour, whether it's flowers or whether it's, in a liquid form or whatever form, of CBD. And a little bit of everything, far as we come to, cannabis, in
California.
In California, right away. We'll be first. Thanks to our people, from Berkeley? Who was that who started the first shit?
Well, Dennis Perone, Berkeley's Patients Group, Dennis Perone, all
thanks
of that.
To them, right? Because they were the first, they believe.
Yep, absolutely. And then, another thing was, that we wanted to, how do you keep your vibes high? How do you keep, moving on and sustaining energy and all of that?
My fans keep me going. They are my battery. They keep me going, man. They keep me charged. I love my fans.
It's the weed for me. That'll keep me charged. And family.
The fans a little bit too.
Yeah. Amazing. And then last question, is there a memorable story you can share with cannabis that comes to your mind? I mean, last time we talked, we were talking about the Weed Man and the dispensary. That was cool. But I'm curious with that.
One of my experiences with cannabis is I don't even want to. I call myself. I smoked some broccoli, when I was young and everything. But I had just landed in Atlanta. This was in the '90s. My boy Kareem, came to pick me up from the airport. He was like, "Water, what's up, man? What you up to?" He picked me up. I look, so I'm he picked me up. He got these little oatmeal cookies just sitting right there in the console, right? I say, "What's these?" He said, "Oh, you don't want to fuck with them. You don't want to fuck with them. That's weed. That's weed cookies. You know what I'm saying?" I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, that's weed cookies, bro. You don't want to. You know what I'm saying?" I fucked around and fucked with that, bro, and was gone. I ate it. He told me not to do it, and I drank hella wine to shake it. You know what I'm saying? I had to drink hella wine to get rid of that shit, man. But I finally came up out of it out of 2 hours.
That's amazing. What are you drinking on over there?
I just peeled the label off, but Earl Stevens.
There you go.
I sell wine. I sell tequila. I sell my newest thing is Tycoon Cognac. I have Prosecco. It's called Earl Stevens Prosecco.
Are you gonna make some Earl Stevens cannabis?
Oh, definitely. My son in there right now, making some butter with some CBD. Right now, he got this
nice.
It's like a little device, and you put the little CBD in there and make butter out of that shit. It infuses.
Yeah.
You
like to make some topicals.
He's 25. Yeah, he uses it for lotion. He make lotion and shit, and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, actually, on your son, if you don't mind, last time we actually talked, you talked about your son being in the studio with you.
Yeah.
How do you think about legacy and passing knowledge on to next generations? We think a lot about cannabis as just being stewards. We don't own the plant. We don't own the genetics. We are just here to channel cannabis as a force of good. And it's all about people. And I think for you, you've just surrounded yourself with amazing people and a community of that, and bringing your family in. And I consider ourselves family in this community. So, yeah, I'm just curious how you think about legacy.
Well, I do a lot of work from home. If I'm not, doing shows or, going to major sporting events and sitting, courtside or, behind home plate or 50-yard line at football games or behind the glass at hockey games, which is my hobby. That's what I like to do. Some people like to, I got it out of my system when I was young. I used to be one of them dudes that liked the flashy cars and all that, but I'm like, I'm cool. I don't need the flambeau. I'm cool. This is another way for me to flambeau if I go on to major sporting events and stuff like that. But I do a lot of work from home. So I love to be home with my wife and my son. My oldest son, he doesn't live here right now no more, but we in contact every day. He also is part of Sick with the Records. His name is Droopy, and he works for us, and we all family business. And my youngest son, he a built-in engineer, he a producer, he a rapper, he got a different type of rap style. He's also involved with my wine because he went to school for making wine for 2 years and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So we just all locked in. So, it's just good to, because we trying to build generational wealth right over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I got so many things going. I got adult beverages, and these ain't just in no little regular stores. These are in like Costco, Bevmo, Total Wine, Food Max, Rayleigh's. You feel what I'm saying? Safeway. Like it's nonstop. Vines, like, and then I'm not just in California. Right now I'm in 13 states, full fledged. Imagine me
That's
getting
awesome,
the rest
man.
of them. I'm out of here, and I'm doing it independent, like my rap career. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm in the main states though. Yeah, I'm in the main states. Everybody wants California. Everybody.
Well,
That's the first place anybody that sells adult beverages want, and I got that.
Yeah, and I think like what's awesome is like you teamed up with heavy hitters in the industry too. It's like you didn't say, "Hey, I need to be the expert here. I will play my part. I will learn." I think another thing you also were saying, like, what was it? Always watching and learning. And like, I think, getting your son involved in all these different businesses and stuff, you were learning together and kind of creating that path forward, right?
Yeah, them watching me and stuff like that. Like right now, I'm into food. Like I'm into co-packing. I got this thing called the Goon with the Spoon. That's my handle. Like some of you might see me cooking on Instagram. That's what I've been doing. So I've turned that into, of course I'm gonna do a cookbook. Of course, I'm gonna do a show. But right now I'm packaging up. I'm about to package up some food that you can buy, things that you can buy in Safeway, Safeway, Costco, Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Albertsons. Under the Goon with the Spoon. Hello.
Nice.
So
we also had someone in the chat say E40 edibles. So
you got
the water, so why not get the edibles, man?
You gotta do some gummies or something. You know what I'm saying? Some edibles, man, for real. I got so much stuff going, man, and with the family being here with me and being able to see it, You know, I'm just trying to just teach them. You know what I'm saying? We teach each other, you know, because you can learn from a baby. You know what I'm saying? I always tell a person, you can learn from a roly poly. You know what a roly poly is? If that roly poly decided to feel like he was fearing for his life, that roly poly will roll itself up in a little ball and roll down a hill. A roly poly is a little tiny insect that's harmless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, you know, Ford, really appreciate your time here, man. Really spreading the vibes, spreading the knowledge. You're always so generous with that, and it's much appreciated to this community.
Oh man, thank you, man. Thank you for inviting me. I'm glad to be here, man. I wish I could see all y'all, you know, in person one day soon. Hopefully, in a few more months, maybe a year. It'll go by quick. Cause look, we've been in this shit for 7 motherfucking months, and that shit went by like clockwork. Didn't that shit go by hella quick? 7 months, bro. Since March, we've been shut down. Really, like, you know what I mean? Like March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's October. Yeah. That's 7 months, Brody.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, we have Meadowlands planned next year for June 11th through the 13th in Mendocino, in the Redwoods. And you know what? We're gonna figure it out.
Hey, I hope everything is clear, and I'm there. Hello.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm gonna be high as a kite. Can we smoke out there? We're gonna be able to smoke and all that shit, right?
Yeah, of course.
Shit,
of course. Frenchie can bring the hookah. We'll get lit. It's a great time.
I'm bringing some wine too. I got to bring the wine to keep my mind right.
You got it.
In the meantime, should we do a digital toast for our final moments here together?
Let's do a digital toast. You see that picture in your background? I'm supposed to be at that.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm supposed to be at that. I'm upset about this pandemic. But anyway, let's do a toast, y'all.
Let's do it. Before, you want to lead us in a toast?
Okay, you ready? I'm gonna do it with this, okay? And y'all can do
it
with the weed, okay? All right. Hold on, let me pour some.
We'll get the joints ready.
Get the joints ready, man.
Get the joints ready, man.
Hello.
Here we go.
And if everybody's still here, turn your videos on so we can see your face for this final moment.
Turn your videos up so I can see y'all, man.
Hello,
everybody on this
motherfucker.
Damn. Hella people on this thing. What's happening, y'all? All right. I'm gonna lead y'all. We're gonna do this toast, okay? Okay, check this out. I want y'all to remember this, okay? You can do it with weed, you can do it with wine, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your mind takes you to. Here we go. I ain't above you. Repeat after me. I ain't above you.
I ain't above you.
I ain't above you.
I ain't below you.
I am
below you.
But I'm right beside you.
But I'm right beside you.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Happy Sunday to y'all, man. Much love. God bless y'all. This is beautiful. Hope to see y'all all soon.
Okay, everybody. Now that we're nice and high, we're going to do some closing ceremonies. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you for attending the 3rd annual Meadowlands. Thank you for showing up and contributing. All of you added something special to this community, and this weekend wouldn't have been possible without your supports and your presence. We are a community steeped in gatherings and collaboration, and we've always shown up and come together. And this year was definitely different. And, we couldn't gather physically together, even though we needed each other more than ever. So being isolated from the community takes a toll, but this weekend we did gather. You showed up and took a seat at the table. More than 600 of our community members showed up over the last 4 days. More than 110 leaders, activists, moms, dads, sisters, brothers showed up, shared stories, knowledge, inspiration, and ideas. We connected with friends, we met new allies, we supported each other, and we reinforced our bonds. We gathered because our roots are strong and because we are interconnected. You'd think that a 350-foot redwood tree would need deep roots, but as we've learned this weekend, that's not the case. The redwood roots are only 5 to 6 feet deep. What they make up for in like width and reach, sometimes extending more than 100 feet from the trunk. This gives them tremendous stability and strength against forces of nature like high winds and raging floods. It gives them a foundation to grow and thrive for 1,000 years. We showed up this weekend And we showed that our roots are resilient, wide, and far-reaching. They grow in an ecosystem that supports and nurtures, where energy is harnessed for abundance. We've grown and created our own meadow, full of life, striving for balance, open, and abundant, weathering seasons and cycles and growing together. When we find this harmony and alignment, we thrive. Cannabis became essential in California this year because our roots were so strong and our ecosystem was so supportive. We moved mountains and every one of you played a role. So what else can we do when we all sit at the table and find alignment for a unified vision? The possibilities are endless. This weekend, we've seen dedication to harnessing cannabis as a force for healing and for good. We're doing business with intention and purpose. We are changing minds and shaping the conversation. We are doing what no other industry has done before. And we're all in. We're all in on making social equity successful. We know we must go beyond licensing to bring education, healing, and support to communities devastated by the war on drugs. Black lives matter. Brown lives matter. If you have the good fortune of being able to consume cannabis in peace and make a profit from this plant, let's share that abundance by reinvesting time, energy, and resources back into communities most harmed by prohibition. Let's keep fighting the good fight. We're all in on compassion and keeping the mission of heroes like Dennis Perone and Brownie Mary alive. We're all in to support small and craft businesses to keep California cannabis the best in the world. We are all in to create an industry where we find balance and alignment so we can thrive together. We are all in to be stewards of the earth and the plant that brought us together, to fight for her. We're asking this plant what it needs and what it wants for us and for our communities, for the healing of the planet. Let's keep listening to her. This alignment will keep us moving forward, and we'll have some tough times ahead for sure. But what we do now will set the course for the next 10, 50, 100 years. The decade ahead is full of possibilities, and the trajectory is being set right now. So let's stay connected. Let's learn as fast as possible from each other and from other industries so we can build an ecosystem of abundance. It's time to activate and to move forward with purpose and intention, because together we'll go far. Once again, thank you all. We're closing out Meadowlands 2020 strong with a final gathering and a smoke sesh. We can't hug it out like we normally do. So instead, we're going to smoke it out. We have a lot of work ahead, but we also have a lot to celebrate. We're still here. So let's light one up for cannabis as being essential. Let's light up one for social equity and the social justice warriors. Let's light one up for Dennis Perone and Brownie Mary and everyone carrying on their legacy. Let's light one up for the incredible innovation and creativity we're seeing in California cannabis. Let's light one up for every member of our community who showed up this weekend. Let's light one up for everyone who can't be here. Oh, and also eat it out and drink it out and dab it out and all the things that we can do with this such amazing plant that we have. Let's keep working together, smoking, eating, dabbing, all the things together, listening to each other and growing together. We're sending you lots of vibes, lots of love, all from Meadow. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Aria. You are amazing. You've been great. And I invite you all to smoke.